Hi, I'm Matthew. I work for the structural engineering team at Foster & Partners. A structural engineer is responsible for the aspects of designing of a building that are related to the physics and the science of how it can stand safely. What we basically therefore design is a skeleton of the building, hidden sometimes behind partitions and ceilings, or in other buildings they're often celebrated and part of the architecture itself. The first thing is understanding the idea. Tap into the early thoughts of the form that the architects may have, designing a structure that is materially efficient and responsible, whether socially and environmentally. So I'll tell you a bit about my story. I was born in the Caribbean, in Barbados. The island only has 3 small cities. So I was born in St. Michael, so it's the southwest side of it. I did my bachelor's degree in Canada. I studied engineering science at the University of Toronto. Then I came to London and I did my MSc at Imperial College in advanced structural engineering. To be honest, I had gone in there almost convinced that it would be one of 2 things, being biomedical or nanotechnologies. And then I walked out doing something completely different. I've worked at Foster's for 10 years now. I applied to Foster & Partners precisely because I was very curious about the way that engineers and architects would work together. I really enjoy the fact that I hardly ever do twice the same thing. It might use some ideas that you've developed earlier, but then you figure out that it applies in a very different way. One of the projects that I remember fondly was 270 Park Avenue. So the structure of the JP Morgan Tower in New York was very much driven from the constraints on the site. Another key feature of the building, all these long strip lines, which are kind of very large columns. They're engaged in the lateral stability along the wide end. And additionally, these diamonds that you see on the face of the building, which are also a distinctive piece of the architecture, are also playing a strong role in the stability along that direction. Designing internationally is not always easy to go on site. Among the projects I've designed an exhibition for the Venice Biennale on the island of San Giorgio Maggiore in Venice. Having grown up in Italy, being on site was a very special experience for me, in the sense of being able to communicate easily with the local engineers and architects. Being a structural engineer here at Foster & Partners, you would have noticed an evolution in yourself. Among the biggest challenges is becoming yourself a designer. The ability to kind of stretch your mind and connect the dots between the physics and the space you're designing. In order to do that, you really do, however, need to understand the design ideas and philosophy and visitor experience that is desired out of the project. Then the creativity is really trying to find something minimal and elegant. We might have different views or different strategies that we would adopt for a given problem, but we've all become our own designers, which then together collectively aims to create a great final product.